Hey guys, welcome back to another Dragonheir Silent Gods video. Today we are back on the test server again for Season 2 access, and today we're going to be talking all about the new gear sets that have come into the game. As you know, that the gear sets from Season 1 have been reworked slightly, some of them have stayed, some of them have gone completely and been replaced by new sets. So today what we're going to do is have a little look through the sets that are now in the game for Season 2. These sets come from the Grave of Curse, the Grave of Venom, and the Grave of Rot. So we're going to have a little look at each of those new sets and talk about where they could be useful and whether we're kind of happy or not with the changes of them. So if we jump into the characters here and first of all have a look at the Emperor's Might set. So this set has replaced the Platinum Knight set that provided attack percent and... Oh no, sorry, this has replaced the Goblin set that provided attack percent and skill haste, and also the old set used to provide healing when dealing damage. So this one now, whenever the wearer deals damage to an enemy with lower attack, the current damage will be increased based on the difference value of attack. So when the wearer's attack reaches 200% of that of the target, the damage bonus will be increased to the maximum value of 50%. So this is quite an exciting set because it provides you with a good damage boost when fighting non-damage-based heroes. So when you're fighting supports or tanks, they likely won't have anywhere near the amount of attack that your damage dealers do have. So this gives you the opportunity to deal 50% extra damage to them and help to take out some of those tanky heroes. I see this being particularly strong in Arena. As well as that, obviously the skill haste helps there as well because it is so strong to be able to make sure you're going first. But this set could be very good realistically anywhere in the game, especially if you're building your heroes with very high attack and able to get that benefit most of the time. So as for the set, the items of the sets, they all remain the same as last season. It's literally just the set bonuses changing. So the next set we'll look at is the Abyssal Curse. So this set has replaced the Platinum Knight set, which used to give you attack percent and enlightenment, and it would also give you 30% damage boost once you reached full ultimate energy. However, now the new Abyssal Shadow Hood gives the same as attack and attack and enlightenment, but now derivative damage dealt by the wearer ignores 20% of the enemy's defense. So now this set is very relevant for, well, particularly relevant for derivative damage dealers. I guess you could use it as a two-piece set if you were looking for attack and enlightenment. But if you're going for the three-piece set here, it needs to be on heroes who get that benefit of the derivative damage bonus. So I'm talking heroes like Flora, Evelios, Shaltar, a lot of the new heroes as well. So this set I think is a really nice change. I am going to miss the Platinum Knight set. I think it was an incredibly strong set. But this set is definitely by no means bad. It's quite an exciting set. So the next two sets we've got is the Inventor's Inspiration. So this has replaced the Executioner's set, which used to provide us with attack percent and crit rate, and also provided us with 18% ignored defense on our skills. So now on the Inventor's set, we've got attack percent with crit rate, and every time the wearer casts a battle skill or an ultimate skill, they receive an 8% damage bonus for 15 seconds up to 4 times. So I see this set being incredibly strong for the new Ice Blast damage type because they are all about their battle skill. And I imagine when that triggers twice from having an ice crystal, they'll probably get 2 stacks of this damage bonus. So keeping up the high damage bonus from this set would probably be relatively easy on a hero like an Ice Blast, like one of the new Ice Blast heroes. But as well as that, heroes who have low cooldowns as well will be able to get good benefit from this. And just in general, the attack and crit rate from this set is very good, and I think this set could be used very frequently. The last set that we'll get from the Grave of Venom is once again the Heart of Gambler, so this hasn't changed at all. So we're still gaining attack percent and attack speed, and whenever the wearer deals damage, they have a 30% chance to deal 5% of the target's current HP of true damage, up to 200% of the wearer's attack, and derivative damage does not trigger this effect. So this this set is incredibly strong, especially when fighting bosses like the Vortex. Do keep an eye out for these sets because the extra damage you're getting is just incredibly high. Obviously, the higher the target's HP, the higher you're going to be able to do. But bear in mind, this is a great set for killing bosses. So next up, we've got the sets from the Grave of curse. So once again, we've got the ancestral protection. That isn't changing. So resistance and HP. And also the wearer takes 15% of the damage that otherwise would be taken by allies while gaining 15% damage reduction. Only one character may trigger the damage redirection effect for the same team. So this is effectively an ally protection set. So in terms of that, if you've got this on one of your heroes, let's say your tank or your healer, they're going to take 15% of the damage that the rest of your team would otherwise be taking on, say, an AoE hit or even a single target hit on another member of your team. So they'll just help to share the damage around a little bit while also mitigating it slightly themselves, and just allow you to force that damage onto heroes who are better equipped to deal with it rather than your squishy damage dealers, and just help you stay alive that little bit extra. It's a really good set to try and work into at least one hero, onto one hero of at least every one of your teams, because it's just going to help you stay alive that little bit extra and potentially clear something that you wouldn't otherwise be able to, or get a higher damage breakpoint. So the next set from the Grave of Curse that has replaced the, I can't remember the name of the set off the top of my head, but whenever you used an ultimate skill, it healed you by, I think it was 20% of your HP. This set now is quite a difference. So the old one used to give you HP percent and defense percent, whereas now we're getting skill haste and HP percent, which is exciting because skill haste is really important, especially if you are in a position where you don't have a lot of legendary skill scrolls. Getting those cooldowns down through skill haste is vital to being able to secure your rotations for each boss you're fighting. So, as I said, obviously we've got skill haste and HP percent on the two-piece set, and whenever the wearer successfully inflicts a debuff, all allies gain an additional 15% attack for 10 seconds. So this feels a little bit like the 3-year emblem set that we had last season from the Grave of Rot, where using an ultimate skill gave everybody attack. Now it's relying on debuffs, but if you're using a hero who's got a debuff in their kit, they'll be able to keep this up every 15 to 20 seconds based on their ultimate skill timings. So this set could be very good, and it could actually lead to a more reliable attack bonus for the whole of your team. Next up, we've got these sets from the Grave of Rot. So we've once again got the stun set, which is the Holy Hunter set. So that's giving us accuracy and resistance. And whenever the wearer deals damage to an enemy, there's a 20% chance of inflicting stun for 3 seconds. Derivative damage once again doesn't trigger this effect. It would be a bit crazy if it did, because it does deal damage so frequently. So yeah, this is a great set. It's almost vital for places like Feymeander, Pillar of Trials. Also really good for the arena. So definitely keep an eye out for the stun sets in this game. They are incredibly strong, especially if you've got a hero who can deal AoE damage multiple times, because each of those hits will give that 20% chance for stunning. So the more hits you're doing on the more enemies, the more likely you are to land a good amount of stuns. So yeah, it's a great set once again. I'm very glad they chose to keep this one. It would be a big hit if they didn't. So the last set is the Mona Lisa's Blessing. This has replaced the 3-year emblem set. As I said, that gave us skill haste and accuracy. And also when using your ultimate skill, it did give an attack bonus for the rest of your team. Whereas now we've got accuracy and skill haste still, but the 3-piece bonus now is after casting an ultimate skill, the wearer heals the ally with the lowest HP percentage by 15% of their max HP. So this could be really good for just helping to keep your team alive that little bit extra. If you've got somebody, obviously they're gaining skill haste here, so their ultimate skill cooldowns are going to be lower anyway. So it could just provide that little bit of extra healing that you didn't know you needed and help to keep your team alive. Also, obviously, using this on healers just provides them with another outlet to help top your team up. So those are all of the new legendary sets coming to the game for Season 2. I think some of them are great additions, some of the other sets will be missed, but overall I think we've got a good selection that will help us to build our heroes throughout the season and really kind of work around the content we're facing no matter what we're thrown against. So that is all for today's video. If you are enjoying the content I'm putting out, please do remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.